Hello, I'm Carl Bradshaw, and this is Chaparral Motorsports, and today we have a set of the Pirelli Scorpion Rally tires equipped on this Honda Africa Twin. Now, as you can see, these tires are extremely aggressive. It's truly a 100% off-road tire. A complete knob in the front and a complete knob in the rear that was developed specifically for Dakar and the Baja 1000. These are rally-tested tires, meant to be able to get you entirely through the rally without a puncture or without a tire change needed. Now, the caveat to these tires is they are DOT rated, so you can run them on the street. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and put these Scorpion Rally tires up to the test. We're going to take it out and test them in the sand wash to begin with to break them in. We're going to take them on 5-lane quick highway. We're going to get them up to speed and see how they handle on our paved roads out here in California. We're going to get them on some backcountry roads that are going to have some potholes and tar snakes and things of that nature. We're going to challenge them in the dirt, some pretty hardcore off-road dirt road action. We're just going to see exactly how well these tires handle all of those types of situations. Now, out there with us today is going to be the little brother to this tire. It's going to be the Scorpion Rally STR. That's going to be a radial street tire, if you will. That STR tire has been developed or derived from the DNA from this rally tire. So they want something that's going to last a long time, be puncture-free, and then the street side of that, it needs to be able to handle high speeds. That tire is capable of going up to 149 miles an hour, whereas this tire here tops out at 106. Now, the testing of these tires is all part of our adventure tire test. We literally have 21 sets of tires that we're taking out into these same situations, testing them so we can come back and tell you which adventure tire is best for the type of riding that you like to do. In all the adventure riding I've been doing in the last 15-20 years, I have yet to run a set of the Scorpion Rally tires. So I'm pretty excited to get out there to find out what the hype is about these extremely off-road capable tires. Now, before we jump out there and get busy, let's take a look at some of the specs of these tires that really make this tire what it is. What we're looking at here is the Scorpion Rally tire from Pirelli. This tire was developed for Baja, desert racing, and rallies. Pirelli has developed this high-performance race-winning tire, which actually won Baja in 2009, first and second place. This tire is made with an advanced mixing process. The Scorpion Rally resists fatigue and has a long life performance. All of these components are complemented by an innovative tire structure that guarantees world-class performance. The Pirelli Scorpion Rally dirt bike tire is the choice of champions, and again, was specifically made for desert racing and rallies. The very resistant tread compound with high overall performance even after intensive desert use. Maximum resistance to consumption and tearing even over long distances. These compounds were tested in the most severe rally raids in the world. The innovative bias ply carcass structure is capable of supporting high speeds up to 106 miles per hour, and it ensures high resistance to punctures. The patented reinforced carcass structure grants a 10% reduction of the sliding effect and a 10 degrees Celsius decrease in the overall operating temperature of the tire. The optimized block layout of the rear tire gives effective traction for maximum transfer to the ground of all of the power available. Rear knobs provide rotational traction for the most demanding terrains. Greater traction on all types of ground in any condition of temperature and of speed. This is a dirt bike tire tube type setup. Note, the tire size 150/70/17 is a tubeless tire, but if you run a bike that uses tubes, by all means, add tubes and rock it. Now that we've learned a little bit more about what has made this tire what it is as far as being the king of the rally tire for these big bikes, let's get these tires out onto the road and out into the field so we can tell you exactly how they feel as we're experiencing those terrains. I'm Carl Bradshaw. Come along for the ride. All right, we're now completely dialed. We got the tires mounted. We've done the intros. Now we're going to get these two bikes with two very different tires out there onto the highway. We've got the Scorpion Rally tire here on the Africa Twin, the red one. We have the Scorpion Rally STR on the silver bike back behind us. Now, the Rally tire, like I said earlier, is supposed to be the most badass tire that Pirelli makes for these big adventure bikes. made for long distances through harsh terrain. Now, we just happen to live in the San Bernardino area, and that is home of some really nasty terrain. Super sharp rocks, sand washes, and it's just really a mixed bag when it comes to the amount of terrain and the types of terrain that we do have in this area. Literally, your bike falls over in that terrain and it's just scratch city. Those little rocks like to jack everything up. But anyway, today we're going to be taking these two bikes out. We're going to hit the road. We really need to scrub these things in, so we'll probably hit some rocks here, get into the sand wash. The sand wash does a really good job. I mean, it's really decomposed granite and sand and a rough type sandpaper solution, so it does a really good job at breaking these tires in quickly, so then we can get up onto some pavement and hit some twisties. Now, that is something I want to talk about for a second. Whenever you put a new tire on your bike, you need to let it break in. 50 or 100 miles of riding around, easing into corners, allowing that tire to really break in so that you can get the most out of it without having a slippery and dangerous type of situation. So if this is the first of the tire test that you are tuning into, what we're going to do today is we're going to take these tires and run down the highway a couple exits. But they're going to jump off and hit a sand wash. When we get to that sand wash, we're going to go ahead and put these tires through an array of tests that we do down there. We're going to show how well they track straight line. What's the front tire doing? What's the rear tire doing? How does the bike feel? We're then going to do some Brodies. We're going to do some hill climbs. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff. And that's really testing the integrity of this tire in a sandy, deep sand type situation. Once we get done messing around down there, we're going to head up to the mountains. There's a little highway called Highway 18. That's going to be a 2-lane each direction, fast sweeping highway. We're then going to jump off onto a little road called Old Waterman Canyon. Now, I can tell you, first feel of these tires is these are like running a knobby tire on a dirt bike. I definitely have a lot of squirm and wiggle in the front end. It's a full knobby tire. It's to be expected. This tire is meant to perform in the dirt, not necessarily on the street, although it is a DOT legal tire. Are they round? Yeah, they feel round, but it's taking a little bit of handlebar input or body English input in order for the tire to get the direction that it needs in order to make the move. I guess what I'm trying to say is, as compared to a really round street tire, I'm having to put input into it versus a street tire kind of just falls into place. Looking forward to these tires getting scrubbed in. I rode this bike out to lunch and man, it was getting sideways in every corner. It was pretty sketch. So I hope that once these get broke in, they're going to hit some better highway characteristics or road characteristics. We'll see. But as you can see, we're grabbing rocks up front. This is where these tires should excel. Down here in the sand wash, this is a very desert-like scenario that we're going to put these tires into right now. Dude, this tire has so much grip right now. Now, I have a full knobby tire on the front of this thing. It is a dirt bike style tire. Huge knobs that stick significantly off the carcass of the tire. Dude, forward momentum on this thing is wicked. This thing is just on for sure. The front tire, straight as an arrow, and the back tire is just propelling forward so fast. But you can see, dude, even right there, there's no tread pattern coming in here for you. And I've got full knobs that are carved into the ground right there. I mean, this is some super soft sand right here. There goes Travis, Scorpion Rally Tire. Dude, that tire is amazing in this terrain, dude. It just wants to loft that front wheel, have super momentum forward, and that front tire just tracks amazingly. All right, coming down out of the sand wash, we're now gonna head up into the mountains and get some little backcountry roads. So first impressions of that rally tire right there on the DCT version of the Africa Twin, I can say that that tire is a true dirt bike tire. That thing owned the sand wash. It was phenomenal down there. The front tire tracked straight like an arrow, and the back tire put down major traction. It got more traction and just propelled the bike forward, more so than this tire that just threw mad roost and really didn't dig down and push the bike forward as quick as I'd want it to.
Yeah, I agree. This rally tire, I feel like I'm on a big dirt bike. And when we were in the sand, it was biting everywhere. You had full traction on the front wheel. It was pushing forward with the rear. I could stand up and turn the bike, and the front tire would bite the entire time. When we did a high-speed test, I got all the way up to 80 miles an hour, and it was the most stable tire I've felt in the sand yet. Now, on the highway, a little bit different of a story. You get up to 75 miles an hour and the head shake starts to happen. That's just a natural occurrence with the knobby.
Alright guys, a little bit of feedback right now. That rally tire is extremely loud. I can hear that tire over here. It sounds like I'm running next to a big truck right now. A 35-inch mud tire is what it sounds like. You might be able to hear it in the camera. I don't know, but they're pretty loud. Alright, jumping off onto Old Waterman Canyon Road. This road's going to give us a good feel for some of those old streets across America that have got potholes and tar snakes and all kinds of action like that. On this road we have gravel that comes down from the mountain, we got rocks in the road, sometimes you have water that crosses it. It's a really mixed bag. So it gives us a good idea or a good feel for what some of the backcountry roads across this United States of America have to offer as far as terrain for our back road cruising. Alright, so now I'm on the Scorpion rally tire, the traditional rally tire. I'm going to hit some of these twisties and give some feedback on what it is that I'm feeling. Now already I can tell you that the lugs being taller on this are definitely squishier. That front end I can feel was moving around a lot more than it did on the STR tire. That being said, I feel pretty good coming into this corner. So right there, you should have been able to see in the camera, this tire just spun back there. Obviously traction control's off, but we truly do have a knob tire back there. So while these tires are allowing me to lean over and get some good lean on them, I'm just not feeling as planted. So I'm feeling a lot more squirm and a lot more wiggle. So what I can say is I feel like I have a loss of power, if you will. When I'm turning the throttle on, I feel like I'm not getting that initial bite and propulsion forward on this ground. I definitely feel the wheel spinning, and it's almost feeling like the clutch is slipping, but it's not. It's actually the tire itself having that movement and allowing it to feel like it's not just biting and pushing forward. Basically, those lugs are going to be leaning over. You can definitely tell you that riding on this tire as compared to the STR tire, I feel like I'm riding on air. I feel a lot more suspension, a lot more squish, but that's really because those knobs are so much taller and there's so much more space in between. There's a lot less rubber on the ground on this tire than the other one. I am feeling the back tire slip out when I power hard out of these corners. But it's not an uncontrollable slip, and that's an interesting thing. Nice controlled, kind of backing it in and around the corner. It's not breaking free and cutting loose, it's just getting a little bit loose. Alright, now I'm going to start feeling what these tires feel like in these high-speed corners. Now Travis is on the Rally STR, which is really a street tire. You can see he's fully leaned over right there. Well, he's not fully leaned over, but he's almost there. You can see he's using all of that tire though. So right now, what I'm feeling here, you can see it in the bars. Watch, if I move the bars from one side to the other quickly, I get a shimmy. I don't know if you can see that. It's a shimmy, and that shimmy's coming from as it comes over and pitches from one direction to the other, it's getting a little bit of a wiggle as it comes around. I mean, we have knobs that are
over half an inch tall, so it's kind of to be expected. Now, something you're not going to want to do on this tire is move abruptly. So if you were to be in here and not like your line, being smooth in your transition out instead of stabbing the brake is going to be imperative. Because the way that those lugs shift, because they're tall, it's not going to work out well. Whoa! That was sketchy! Woo! Man, oh man. So again, that's a prime example of a full knobby tire being pushed on a road where it really doesn't have a place being. I mean, it's a DOT rated tire that does good on cement, but as you can see, as that tire just backed in back there, you gotta be careful. You can't push them as hard as you can push another tire that is a more straight oriented tire. It just goes to show that you can have a knobby tire that's DOT rated, but you still got to be careful when you're out here tearing it up in street type situations. All right, now time to do some rally work. Again, this road we kind of got to be careful on because the paragliders, come up here, ready? The paragliders and what do you call it? The hang glider guys use this road. Highly used in the afternoon when the wind picks up. These guys are all over the place up here. All right, to the hill climb. Here we go. I got the rally tire on here. Oh, whoa! Keep it going, buddy. Ah! Man, this front tire has so much traction, way more traction. We're tearing up this road up here too. All these rocks are all busted loose now, digging trenches. So, this full-on knobby tire though allowed me to be able to correct the error that I made by almost running into that railroad tie, and then be able to continue to power up the hill and make it to the destination. That's impressive. So my first run was a slow start just from the bottom of the hill. On this one here, I'm going to be able to have some momentum coming into it. God, these tires are like tractor tires, man, just going. Dude, absolutely nothing holding this tire back.
No, they just climb. When they're in the dirt, they're in their natural element.
God, this feels good. Okay, Travis is going to come up now. Travis is getting his helmet situation set up. I just want to take a minute and show you how chewed up these tires are getting from this terrain that we have out here. I mean, these large rocks are just, dude, murderous on tire tread. You can see that the softer compound of this tire is just boom. But that being said, the traction that that tire is giving us is mind-boggling. You can see over here, same type of thing. The leading edge is just becoming toast. But that's been the same thing that's happened on every single tire that we've tested up here. We are in a very, very mean on tires terrain up here. Ooh. Dude, if I would have had a different tire on, I would have been down right there. But those big lugs on this front tire just saved the day. Yes. All right, San Bernardino, 200 years old. 1977, All-America City. So we're just coming down now out of the mountains after testing the Scorpion Rally and the Scorpion Rally STR from Pirelli. I can tell you that the Scorpion Rally tire, if you're looking for a pure dirt tire to be able to get you through whatever muck and mire you want to traverse, that is an amazing tire. Now, if you want to be able to travel a lot of distance on street, have amazing high-speed cornering ability, and be able to traverse some dirt, that right there, the Scorpion Rally STR is a great tire. So this right here, this wiggle right here is what happens when you go above certain speeds on knobby tires here on California freeways, especially ones with rain grooves, you can see that the bar has this undulation that it does. It's kind of spooky, but it happens with all full-on knobby tires. That's something you're not going to be seeing on that STR tire. Any of the more street-oriented tires don't follow these rain grooves as much. Take a look at that. Super stable, absolutely in control, and over here, we've got a little bit of a wiggle. All right, we're just rolling back into Chaparral Motorsports here after a long day out on these two Africa Twins testing Pirelli motorcycle tires. Again, the Scorpion Rally STR on the silver bike and the straight up Scorpion Rally on this red bike. Dude, that was an awesome day out there in the wilderness. We just spent the day out testing the Pirelli Scorpion Rally tire and the Rally STR tire. Now, the Rally tire is the more dirt-oriented tire. Literally 90% dirt. It is DOT, so it's 10% street. We then have the Rally STR tire, which is a street tire, primarily for street, but can also do off-road. In the video you have just witnessed, we're showing you just exactly how much dirt this tire can do.
I think the street tire is a manageable tire in the dirt. I think if you're more of a street canyon carver style rider, then this is a good tire for you. And if you have to take the option of taking a fire road, these are going to work just great. You're going to see in the video that I went up the same hills that Kyle went up on his rallies. And I mean, they get you from A to B, but I don't know if they're going to get you there as quick as the Rally.
And that's the thing. They're both compromised tires. The Rally tire, which is a primarily dirt tire, did amazing in the dirt. It's probably one of the better dirt performing tires that we've ridden throughout the entire testing process that we've been doing on 21 sets of dirt tires. Phenomenal.
If we're going to go racing, if I'm just going to race an adventure bike, I'm going to put those Scorpion Rallies on. Those are exceptional, and that's a killer knobby tire.
Now, the problem with those is you're going to get one race out of them, and then you're probably going to want to swap them out. If we take a look at a walk around these bikes, which I'll show you in just a second, we have toasted that Rally tire today. We have some really extreme terrain here, though, really sharp, rugged rocks, and we've done a number on these tires today.
It's terrain that not your typical adventure rider is going to take.
No, but it is typical for more of like that rally type dude. The Baja 1000 guy is going to be running into terrain like we saw today.
Correct. And just as I mentioned, I can almost put that set of Rally tires on my Sierra 450X.
Absolutely, for sure. Now, conversely, the streetability of the STR tire, boom, top notch. Now, this is the closing for both of our tires, both the Rally and the Rally STR. Now, if you haven't yet seen it, watch the Rally video. After leaving the sand wash and heading up Highway 18, we're showing how proficient these tires are at super high-speed corners. Now, I come in a bit hot. Well, I say a bit hot. I was comfortable until I got to the situation, but the Scorpion Rally tire completely pitched sideways. The back end cut loose, the front end started sliding. We were able to correct it and get out of that situation.
And that's the more knobby tire you're talking about.
Correct. We're pushing that tire way beyond the 10% per street that it really is classified as. Now, the Scorpion Rally STR tire, I could rail that thing full throttle through any of those corners and never have a problem. It really depends on the type of terrain you're going to be riding and what you're looking for your bike to do and what you're looking to get out of the tires.
I think that's the biggest question you have to ask yourself when you go to ChapMoto.com and you go down to the tire section. What type of riding am I going to do with the machine that I own? So if I'm going to ride dirt with my Africa Twin, I'm going to want that Rally. If I'm going to be a commuter and I take a fire road every now and then, the STR is going to be the tire you need.
Absolutely. So let's get in here and take a quick look. We got about 150 miles on these tires. You can see that this tire looks pretty new. And as you can see over here on this guy, we have a lot of wear here on the sides. You can see where this knob has completely gone sideways when we're out there on the road. Now, these are like riding on a cloud. They have a lot of flex to them because each of these knobs move quite a bit. And that's really the discussion that we were having while we were on these tires, is these things move around quite a bit. It's a full-on knobby tire. In the sand, that thing was amazing. It's like riding straight as an arrow path. Phenomenal. Now we get back here to the back of the tire, and you can see that we have absolutely torn up these lugs in just the, oh, look at that. But you can see here that we've worn off these knobs quite a bit. Now, some of that's the street and some of that's the really hard rock that we're traversing over, but longevity of these tires, it's going to be, I mean, you ride a rally, you'll be able to run a set of these tires through the whole rally, but you're going to have to change them after you get done with that. Really neat knobby tire. Moving over to the Scorpion Rally STR, you can see that we have less wear on this tire than we had on the traditional Rally. Now, part of that wear characteristic that we're talking about now is because these blocks are so big. This block is half the size of the block on the Rally STR. Conversely, the block on the Rally tire was a little bit taller than that of the STR. So just the amount of rubber and it being a little bit lower profile, you're going to get better longevity out of these tires. Phenomenal handling tire on the street. And there you have it. If you're looking to do more street and a little bit of off-road on your Pirelli Scorpion tires, go with the STR. If you're looking to do a super aggressive dirt and you want the best tire possible, take a look at the standard Scorpion Rally tire. That tire absolutely did not disappoint while we were out there tearing up trails this afternoon. Now this is just one segment, the STR versus the traditional Rally. Take a look at all of our other videos, 21 other tire test videos where we show you exactly how each of those tires perform in the adventure segment. If you like what you saw today, give us a thumbs up, and if you want more action like this coming directly to your inbox, hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, the notification bell so you can be notified when a new video is released. I'm Kyle Bradshaw, this is Chaparral Motorsports, Travis Snyder. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care and ride safe.